Hello, friends, and welcome to Talking with Famous People. I'm host Eric. This is Spacey, and we are your friendly neighborhood typologists. Incidentally, you're lucky. Your friendly neighborhood typologists happen to also be the single best typologists in the world. It's true.
The single.
It's true, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're like, nah, blah, blah, but it's true, actually.
It really seems to be the case, doesn't it?
It really does. I guess there's not that many people doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look then at what we're here to talk to you about today. This is an advertisement for our typing services, but not for our services. Instead, for the sale of the century. So one-time only sale, probably. I don't think we're ever going to have a sale like this again. I'm quite sure we're not. This is predicated by a sudden need for an influx of cash, and I'm going to go over why in a second, and what that means for you in terms of massive savings and glorious good triumphs. So, let's take a look. That's not what I meant to do. Let's take a look here instead. Overview. No house for Spacey. Spacey got a girlfriend. Eric moving into his parents' house. Spacey and Tori need housing no later than, but preferably before, the 15th. This urgent need to generate cash means you win. You being the consumer. Now, we'll go over some of these storylines in more detail in a second, but let's look at the underview here, which is always a significant thing. The interview articulates issues of framing that might come up in a debate round. Consumer frames. What do you get? You get typological certainty. It might be one reason why you want to buy one of these things. Good deal, limited time. Idealism. What does that mean? Well, you might think, I want to support the truth. I want to support this good guy Spacey in his getting of a house so he's not homeless. That would be idealism, right? Note, additionally, that you might just be idealistic as in, I prefer to support that which is correct to the exclusion of things, which is almost everything else, which is incorrect. Group participation fund. This is a blitz campaign, so you'll be part of a. It's like a midnight madness at the beginning of the college basketball season, where they play a bunch of games back to back to back, right? And you'll see that in a little bit when I go to the next thing. And also, I will say, any excitement. There are random prices all around. Some very cheap, some a good deal still, but not quite as good a deal. And this is preferable to alternatives we mentioned. Of all the possible ways you can get yourself typed, this is the only one that really matters. If you go to CSJ or DSP, you'll end up coming to us. If you take a test online, that's fine, but you'll need to have it verified by somebody who actually knows what they're doing. And if you want, again, now look, I have never had any feedback or really anybody complain to me about Eric Thor's typings, but I don't know if he really does it. And I've never had anybody complain or say anything bad about Megan Lavota's typings to me. I'm not sure how much he does it either. I have had plenty of people. We both heard plenty of people come in who've been typed by CSJ and DSP, and were dissatisfied by both. So there you go. Now, Spacey, will you tell the friends the other underview here, namely the seller frames? Can you go over the seller frames?
What, publishing, advertising? Oh, well, we're hoping that this campaign is going to give us an opportunity to give us lots and lots of typing videos that we can publish to generate buzz and conversation and get more people interested in getting typed so that we can...
There'll be more about the publishing aspect of this interesting sale in a minute. Go ahead. Next, word of mouth.
Word of mouth, hopefully people will just be talking about us more around the community, they'll be like, well, I got typed by DSP and then I got typed by these guys and I think they did a better job, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Hopefully everyone will actually
I
know who we are.
I'm confident that when people get typed by us, they're a very satisfied customer at the end, and they might recommend just their friends. Forget the community around YouTube. They might say, as somebody has before, I am buying one of these for my sister.
Right. Well, and it's not just that we're correct, but that we're fun to hang out with, I mean,
right.
I think it's a good experience in a bunch of different ways.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
Increased skills and legitimacy for us. That we can always practice more. With SI users, we always get better at this the more we do it. And I've done at least 100 formal typings.
Yeah, I haven't done as many as him, but I think I'm quickly getting the grasp on how things work.
Yeah, and regardless, he and I together are more powerful than he or I separate because
Yeah.
We're engaged in dialectic, which is to say, the reasoning that we're engaged in is both of our reasonings are directed toward the same thing. We're trying to figure out what the one truth is. So if he's pointing out something that I'm wrong about, I'm happy about that, and vice versa.
Right.
So that makes us actually more powerful, regardless of, it's like, yeah.
Well, I serve pretty well as a good troubleshooter for you to have around.
Yeah. When I'm feeling, sometimes he picks up on shit right away that take me a long time to figure out.
Yeah, I just can't explain it as well.
Accessing customer of limited means, we've got a lot of cheap ones here, so you can get them cheap. Some of them, they're actually, I'm not going to lie to you, there are a couple free ones. Establishing Spacey's legitimacy as a typologist independent of Eric. There may come a day when we have enough people coming through being typed that we can both type people independently. I think that would be probably less fun for us a little bit, but
maybe a little less accurate too. I don't know.
But if the demand's high enough, that will hopefully sort of be the future. It's the only thing that really makes economic sense without raising our prices a ton. So
we may have to start training new people or something. I don't know.
Well, we got to wait till we fill up enough for both of us.
Right.
But the thing is,
it's good to have at least two people do every typing. I feel like, because DSP says something similar, and I actually agree with him on that. You want to have like multiple people coming to the same conclusions.
Yeah, but DSP is saying you should have two people type them independently, separately, right?
Yeah.
That is true. That's true if you have FI users.
Right.
If you have an FI user doing the typing, that's absolutely true.
Right.
For you and me, that's not true at all because we're not.
No, the dialectic works well.
Yeah, the dialectic is a more powerful tool by far than any sort of heuristic of objectivism like keep yourself in separate rooms.
Yeah.
And you're never going to attain double blind status with typology in any meaningful sense. And even if you were, that's not what it's subject to. That's not how it's subject to a problem. So anyway, regardless, those are some frames there. Informing everyone about current changes. So let me inform you about the current changes and upcoming. So the current changes are going forward after this sale. All sessions will be 60 minutes, not 75. They'll be $100 for 60 minutes for the rest of September. Starting October 1st, we have our new price of $139 for 60 minutes. And basically, the justification for that is so that I can make the same amount of money and he can get $30 and the rest goes to fees, more or less. So that's what that is. And the other upcoming changes. The other change I wanted to announce to make sure we attend to is for this particular set of sessions, all the money will be directed into Spacey's PayPal account. So to book one of these sessions, you need to PayPal Spacey, because the purpose of this sale is to generate the money that he needs to get him and his new 20-year-old girlfriend from Reddit housing.
Yeah, pretty much.
After all, after he wisely encouraged her to fly down here on a one-way ticket to be his girlfriend.
No, not to be my girlfriend, just to get the fuck out of her house that she was stuck in, the abusive hellhole. I don't care. Honestly, whatever happened to her after that, I'm pretty sure it would have been better.
Okay.
That's really what it came down to.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a good reason, I think it all works out fine. I like her. She's great. I don't
like
have
her
any
too.
problem with it at all.
Yeah.
She's...
So,
It's obvious. This is the thing about this is what the slabs are doing when they're doing something like this. They're saying, this is what we mean by positive moral indications. His behavior was absolutely indefensible according to any reasonable logical calculus. It doesn't make any sense for him to white knight the shit out of that, given the circumstances he was in. But the slabs are trying to tell you something there. They're saying sometimes things that don't make any sense right now end up playing massively important roles in significant matters in the future. And just because you can't understand why this ought to have happened doesn't mean it ought not to have happened. And we always have the choice whether we want to trust our own definitive judgment about something in process or allow it to play out, it's always a mistake to pass too firm a judgment too soon when the slabs are involved, because they're tricky like that, and they're trying to trick you like that. So it's a wrestling match, regardless, with the slabs.
But yeah, take note. Even INTPs can do stupid romantic bullshit sometimes, I guess.
Well, I mean, it's like I'm talking to an INTP woman in Germany right now because, unlike anybody else, when I put up that video and then subsequently live streamed, she said, "I'm interested. I like you. I want to talk to you. I apply for this job." It had to take a fair amount of courage for her because, you take a risk, and it's not like the kind of person who's gonna end up with me is not the kind of person probably who is very comfortable with a lot of, like, I'm used to going out and dating guy after guy after guy because, I'm looking for a long-term relationship, and so I get a sense that she's got a couple kids, but she hasn't been on an LTR in 8 years. I don't think she's really. I haven't really asked her about it, but it's interesting the way the NI demonstrative ones know when it's important to do something stupid.
Yeah, I guess so. That's when, like, fuck, TI is just not at all useful in this situation. Like,
just like I know when it's important to do things properly. When we were just here before this, and I was trying to use print screen on this new laptop. I couldn't figure out how to do it because this button, it says print screen, but you push it, it doesn't mirror the screen. And then he's like, well, maybe you got to push another button with it because it's got a little square around it. And I was like, okay. I pushed Alt, and I was like, no. Oh, I guess it's function. And I did that one, and it worked. The thing is, because that's not important enough, and because it's in my own thing, if I were here by myself and with this laptop, I never would have figured that out. Ever in a million years. Because as soon as I realized the first time it doesn't work, I'd have been like, fuck this is annoying. And it's not important enough. But when things are very important, especially external things in the world, I know how to do them right. And I know how important it is to do them right. And I recognize that, it's got to be, you got to have the right tool or the right job, and if you want the job done right, you got to do it yourself, like those kind of things. When the chips are down, that's me. If I have to be. I don't want to be, but that's me. When shit goes down, it's important. Okay, fine, this is important. You will get my full TE effort here.
I find it curious that with my TE ignoring, I'm the one who's paying attention to that stuff.
Well, you see, the thing is, you're not. I'm bringing TE problems to your attention.
Oh, right, that's true.
I'm saying, and he goes, it's okay, you just go like this and this.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is you probably don't do that in your own life very much, you just ignore it. Or it plays in when you're doing, it plays in with end nodes, but not as a frame. So it's like, any given thing, your TE is going to be great. You can figure out how to get this computer problem solved, you can figure out how to do you can figure out but it's not something that.
Oh shit! The vacuum is still taken apart next to the chicken coop. Oh.
I mean, it's not like she's. Well, whatever. It's not like there's an environment over there in which you can comfortably work to put it back together.
Yeah.
Okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, sale. So let's go on to the next picture. We never got to the next picture. I'm a bad commercial maker. You need to be fast, get your idea out, and be like, yeah, and then go. Right, so look at this. Yeah. Look at these prices. $32 for 60 minutes? Note, there are stipulations on some of these. Some of these better deals require you to be okay with us publishing it. But plenty of them do not. And you can see right here in the recording stipulations. So if you are willing to publish, you can get a better deal. You'll notice they all currently say status, book me now, I'm available. Remember, this is just Thursday. There's one of these charts for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Sunday only's got 3 slots on it. It's a light day. But I've got some slots specifically put aside for you Europeans at weird times in the middle of the night.
Sweet.
On Monday, we're doing a European sweep from 2 a.m. all the way through 7 a.m.
I like that.
And those are going to be $50 a pop or $40 a pop for, I think it's a 60 minute, maybe it's 45. I don't remember. You have to look at the chart. How do you book one of these things? I think we're about done with this thing. Except, do you want to tell a little bit of your story about how you got your girlfriend and like where you met her? And
I don't know, like I just saw her little like advertisement thing on Reddit. I sent her a message. You know, obviously when you're a girl and you do shit like that, you get a million different messages from a million different thirsty dudes. But obviously,
she put up a Reddit thing that said, "I'm looking for a boyfriend."
Yeah.
And how many responses did she get?
I don't know.
Hundreds?
Hundreds, I guess. But you know, I'm the winner, as usual, because I'm awesome.
Well,
And I don't know. We started talking, and we seemed to like share pretty much all the same values, opinions, sense of humor, whatever. I mean, everything seemed to be going just great. And I found out that she had basically been abused by her parents for her entire life, and she's basically trapped in their house because they wouldn't let her get a job or anything, and they were tracking her, and she really couldn't do anything without fear of repercussions. So
well, they needed to keep her over.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I convinced her to leave, and the only way to do that was to get her to fly near to where I was, and you know, I was hoping that when she got here that things would work out, that we'd be able to look after her for a while until she could, you know, connect with somebody else.
Is this what you mean by things working out?
Yeah, things worked out that way too, which is why we're dating now.
Okay, so anyway, now he's got a dependent.
Yeah.
And so...
Not that I feel good about doing that, but...
I mean, it's nothing to feel good or bad about.
Right.
It's just, it is what it is, and it's exciting, frankly.
Yeah, it is.
And we're going to make it work, you know?
Yeah.
You're going to buy
always
these
do.
things because they're such a good deal, and you want to help us, and whatever
Yeah.
else, or you like Spacey, or you want to talk to him about, after typing, you want to be like, Spacey, you shouldn't have done that. That's really bad. You want to give him wise person advice about how that was ill-advised or something.
Yeah, I'll be like, you know what? You're right. That was a really bad idea.
If you want to come in there and do that, you could buy one of these things, and you could just spend the whole time
You just
scolding
chastise
him.
me.
If you
Yeah, just scold me. That's
Mhm.
fine.
I'm fine with that.
I'm a good punching bag.
So anyway, what you're going to do if you want to buy one of these is you're going to go to the link of the Google Doc that's shared in this video, and you will see whether all the slots for the days, and you find one that your time works for you. Make sure you're available at that time, right? And you okay, I'm going to get this one. You're going to email Spacey. He's going to say, okay, pending. You know, he's going to notify you, I received your email. I'm going to switch it on the document to pending. And then when we receive your payment within an hour or so, it'll be booked. If not, it'll be released again as open again. So there are a couple of free ones in there. If you are going to book a free one, please make absolutely sure you are available at that time.
Mm.
Again, also, whatever one you book, please check the recording status stipulations, the recording stipulations. If you do not want to publish your video, then get one that says none. If you're okay with publishing your video, get one that says publish, because those are cheaper. And we will be, be checking email and stuff here as soon as we upload this, because I know there's going to be, for sure, the free ones aren't going to last long. So then we'll be doing that as soon as we're done uploading this, and we're ready to go. We're ready to go. You're ready to go. We got a schedule and everything, a plan. Everything is all the TV is done, all the SE is done.
You're on fire now.
I know. It's like, and now all I have to do is have my crazy NE sale come together as an NI whole.
Yeah.
Who's responsible for that? You, good friends. You.